You already feel it, don't you? That strange silence, that energy shift, that unread message carrying more emotion than words ever could. Someone around you is hiding something big from you, and no matter how much they pretend to be calm, their heart is in complete chaos. This isn't just confusion. This is fear. Fear of losing you. Fear of being seen. Fear of admitting feelings they can no longer control. Because the truth is, you changed them, and they don't know how to handle it anymore. But before this reading goes deeper, take a breath. If this message found you today, it wasn't an accident. You were meant to hear this.
Lately, this person has been acting different. Hot and cold. Present one moment, emotionally unavailable the next. And Gemini, you noticed it immediately, because your intuition is sharper than people realize. You can feel emotional distance before words are even spoken. But here's what they're hiding. This distance is not because they stopped caring. It's because their feelings became too intense. You triggered something deep inside them, something they buried years ago. Old wounds, abandonment fears, memories they thought were gone. And instead of communicating honestly, they pulled away. Not because they wanted freedom, but because loving you started feeling dangerous.
And here's the part they'll never admit out loud. They think about you constantly. At night, in silence, during random moments of the day. Something reminds them of you, and suddenly their entire mood changes. A song, a place, a memory, your voice. You became emotionally attached to their soul in a way they never expected. And Gemini, this scares them more than losing you, because they are used to controlling emotions. But you slipped past every wall they built, and now they're pretending not to care, while secretly checking your energy from a distance, watching, wondering, waiting.
For some of you, there may be outside interference here. Not always another lover. Sometimes it's family, pride, distance, timing, fear of commitment. This person feels pressure from the world around them, and instead of fighting for clarity, they escaped into silence. But silence has consequences. Because while they were trying to avoid difficult emotions, you started healing. You started seeing your worth again. And now they can feel your energy shifting away from them. That's why they suddenly seem restless, because your absence is becoming real.
Now, Gemini, here comes the hard truth. You cannot force someone to emotionally mature fast enough to love you correctly. You cannot decode mixed signals forever. You cannot survive on potential. And you cannot keep abandoning yourself while waiting for someone else to choose you. That cycle has exhausted your spirit. And deep down, you know it. This connection is powerful, possibly even karmic. But karmic connections often arrive to transform you, not always to stay forever. And that realization hurts. Because part of you still hopes they'll suddenly wake up and fight for this connection the way you have. But the universe is asking you a painful question right now. How long will you keep carrying a relationship by yourself?
What they're hiding is regret. They regret the silence. They regret the emotional games. They regret pretending they didn't care when they cared too much. And recently, your energy has become impossible for them to ignore. They can feel you slipping away emotionally. And now, panic is replacing ego. Because they thought you would always wait. But Gemini, you've changed. There's a new energy around you now. More detached, more aware, more powerful. And the moment you stopped chasing, they started feeling the loss. I do see communication returning for many of you, but not casually. This feels emotional, unexpected, heavy. A confession, an apology, a message sent late at night after weeks of silence. Because eventually, suppressed emotions always rise to the surface, and this person can no longer carry the weight of what they never said. But Gemini, before they return, the universe wants you to ask yourself something important. Do you want closure, or do you want consistency? Because those are two very different things. This connection changed you spiritually. You learned how deeply you can love, how deeply you can hurt, and how dangerous it is to ignore your own intuition. But you also learned your value. You learned that real love should not leave you questioning your worth every night. And slowly, you are becoming emotionally stronger. Not colder, not bitter, just wiser. That's the transformation happening now. The old version of you would have begged for clarity. But the new version, it walks away from confusion and chooses peace. Gemini, here's the final message your spirit guides want you to hear today. Stop doubting what your intuition already knows. You felt the truth long before this reading confirmed it. Yes, they are hiding something from you. But it's not hatred. It's vulnerability, fear, emotional chaos, and feelings they never expected to become this strong. And Gemini, if your heart needed this message today, let this be your confirmation. You are not hard to love. You were simply giving your energy to someone who didn't yet know how to hold it properly. But your story is not over. A new chapter is opening, one where peace replaces confusion, where clarity replaces silence, and where love no longer feels like emotional survival. If this reading resonated deeply with you, comment below. I choose myself now.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay connected for your next spiritual message, because your soul was meant to hear this.